Hello my boys, good morning. Today we're gonna talk about the core changes that happen in Necropolis League, and keep in mind that these are changes that are here to stay. So future league will have these changes also, which is big. We're gonna talk about the ugly also. There are some ugly parts that happen in Necropolis, but let's start with the positives first, yeah? The biggest one in my opinion is that we will have league-related Atlas nodes. Yeah? So they added Necropolis points that can enhance the league mechanic. This is actually great. So in the next league again, we will have Atlas points that will enhance the league content. This is new. We didn't have this previous, and starting Necropolis League, they added these skill points, which is great. So this is number one, period. Okay, boys, another big change are the Scarabs. So they reworked here the Scarab system. They added a lot of new Scarabs. They removed Sextant, which is all great. Okay, nobody wanted to roll. And these Scarabs bring more depth to the gameplay, yeah? You can customize your preferred side content in more ways. This is an excellent change to the core game. We will see even more Scarabs being added. They talked in previous streams that they are planning to bring more Scarabs to the game. I don't know where they will place them because they already a lot. You know, they will enlarge this, or you'll need to buy this stash tab eventually. Because if you're a free-to-play player, you'll have a horrible time. Already in Necropolis, I have a guy in my list. They said, boss, I'm having troubles. So he was free-to-play. He didn't have stash tabs. But in this league you got a lot of all flames, a lot of coffins, and his stashes will fill up very fast. As a matter of fact, this is another fun fact. Here is the Necropolis locker. Man, look how tiny it is, man. I even removed everything because I got pissed off. And some people even bought multiple tabs in Necropolis because they didn't have the room to put their coffins and all flames. Who knows, maybe this is a marketing strategy, you know, straight up from Diablo 4. Now let's move to the next one. Quality of life changes, yeah, and these ones are big. The biggest one, of course, free Atlas skill trees, which you can also rename. It's so good, so nice. So here we have free, and you can also rename. This also affects Orb of Unmaking price, you know, because now people have free Atlas to choose. They don't need to swap it. Let's say they want to do different content, they can just swap it. Unmaking, if you notice, lowered up in price, which is this beauty here, where it is, here. So this thing in Necropolis, it's much more cheaper because of this. Let's go back to the list. Divine Orbs, now it's a stack of 20. It's easier to buy your Mirrors of Kalandra. You don't have to worry now, you know. You need to farm better in order to buy your Mirrors. Pantheon unlocks remain for all characters. So if you want to create another character, you don't have to worry about unlocking all this bullshit again and again. You know, this is available for all the classes, yeah? Which is great. It's another good quality of life. Removal of Maven invitations, yeah, so you don't have to buy them anymore from the trade website, or hoping that you drop them inside your maps. You just go to Kirak Boy and you open them. You know, this is very useful for farming Maven arenas, but it has a downside actually. This means that more people will farm Maven arenas. So there were people that were making their profits just from farming Conquerors, Shaper, Elder, and now it's more accessible towards more people, meaning that those fragments will lower up in price, okay? So it has an upside and a downside. Bridge hands open when you move on them. Nobody wanted to clear that shit, especially if you have the slow computer. You know, it will lag and you will miss a lot of chests. The only problem is that bridge side content inside the maps, it's shit. Yeah, in case you don't know, it's shit. The loot is not that great, trust me. And here a few more quality of life. You don't need to manually click one by one, which I still do, by the way. I still click one by one because I don't want to control shift click. Left click, too many hotkeys to remember, you know. And control left click, lazier way to 6 link 6 socket. Yeah, these are the greatest additions that happen in this league. I want to demonstrate. Okay, I need to demonstrate because some of you just found about Path of Exile and you had the unfortunate situation to find my channel, yeah? I need to demonstrate. Let me find something which is not corrupted. Of course I don't have, yeah. In this scenario I need to go to Gwen. I need to take some shit, take this shit and I'll demonstrate for you. So we go to the currency tab, and this also works for Orb of Jewelers, so not only for fusings. So now what? You control shift click. Oh, you right click and control shift click. And as you can see, you don't have to destroy your mouse. Usually I was destroying my mouse, you know. And the same thing you will apply for the fusings, yeah. I won't stay all day here to get a 6 link stuff. I'll just use on a fusing. Oh, okay, it's linked. But the same idea. You control shift and you click here. And will automatically start linking for you. It's easier to get your 6 link. Good stuff. Another great change that happened to the core game, it's the introduction of automation skill gem and call to arms. Let's put it here, call to arms. Okay, this automates work right casting. You know, fewer buttons to press, always is better. And automation here. And keep in mind, for this automation skill gem, you can link multiple skills, which is actually good. You can put Steel Skin, Blood Rage, good stuff. Convocation, depends on your build. Problem is that some builds are starving in sockets, you know, having to add one extra skill gem sucks. But for most builds, this is a plus. Yeah. Which, by the way, having the Steel Skin on left click was actually pretty good. I don't know why they leave move only. So now we are forced to put here move only, because if you're a psychic boy, you will put default attack. But let's be serious, when you navigate in your maps, you will stop and randomly whack an enemy, and this will actually bring you killed more often. So you need to put move only. But they should rework this part, in my opinion. They should put another skill and make move only by default. Yeah, this makes more sense in my head, you know. Another thing that they added in this league, the tattoos. We seen from the trials of the Ancestor, they brought back the tattoos. Now there is only one problem. At the moment we can get tattoos only from the All Flames. So we need to put this in the league mechanic, which will be gone, in order to farm our tattoos. So I'm thinking that they want these tattoos to stay because they already nerfed them. So these are nerf tattoos that give you a lower benefit. In my opinion, from past experience, I will tell you, when they rework with lower benefits, they plan to add it to the core game. So in the next league, we will see again tattoos. This is my prediction because they worked on it already, but from a different mechanic, not from All Flames. And I don't want this bullshit to go, to go core, the All Flames. It's a good idea, but you don't want the Lantern of Arimor for your maps. Because in case you didn't notice, when you activate the map, you get more modifiers, and this can become confusing for a lot of players. Plus, these modifiers can be wacky, they can make the monsters even more stronger. So you have the altar modifiers, map modifiers, now we have the lantern modifiers. Man, it gets way too complex and confusing and hard actually, So I hope they remove these All Flames, to be honest, and they need to make a different way to farm tattoos, which they will, most likely they will. Now let's talk about the ugly part of the Necropolis, which are, surprise, surprise, tier 17 maps. Man, I'll be concise here because I made an in-depth video explaining why tier 17 maps are bad and how to fix them. So I also gave multiple solutions on how to fix these bullshit maps. Yeah, some of you will start saying, oh, tier 17 maps are great, you're exaggerating. No, man. Keep in mind, I played more than 20 leagues of Path of Exile. Yeah, usually new Path of Exile players that, for example, in Crucible. In Crucible, I have few friends that started for the first time Path of Exile, and they say that Crucible is the best league. It makes sense because it was their first league. They like the game as a whole, not precisely Crucible league. So we need to be clear. I'm against tier 17 maps. Sadly, I will tell you that they are here to stay. Pretty sure tier 17 maps will remain in the core game, but they will rework them. So this is another prediction that I will tell you now. They will rework how tier 17 maps work. Go see that shitty ass video, I'll put it now on the screen because there are some very interesting points there. I will email that video to GGG and maybe, who knows, they will watch the video and take my suggestions into account and we will see those changes.